Hello, Richard Fizz, I'm HD with Game of Fusion, bringing you Dynasty World 6 as requested from a friend of mine. His name is, every name is WTF. Right. This is actually a great game. I'll let you watch the cutscene before I carry on.
You'll see, Yuan Zhao. I'm the one whose name will shine the brightest on the field of battle.
Friend, thank you. It's lucky that he had you there by his side. I fear my fellow student has a temper. Forgive me. My name is Liu Bei. Let us defeat that traitor Dong Zhuo and bring peace back to our land.
Zhao Yun, what are you doing?
Zhao Yun is my name. I hope we meet again. Perhaps on the field of battle. Master Gongsung Zhang, what do you know of the man I was speaking to?
Liu Bei? He and I were students together. He was always quite gentle, but that's pretty much all he was.
Just gentle? No. There's something about him.
Oh yeah, well now, welcome back. Yeah, Dynasty World 6, doing the Zhao Yun campaign, and then this starts off the battle is Hu Lao Gate. I'm quickly just choosing my horse, White Dream. Because I play this game so much, I actually know which horse becomes a good horse, and White Dream is an exceptional speed horse, which is what I want in the game. I want to be able to get to places quicker. Base Star, which is one of the horses I used to use all the time, is amazing at jumping. You know, I'm pretty sad to remember all this. But yeah, I absolutely love this game. I am personally interested heavily in the history. In fact, this is actually what got me into Chinese history, and then later on got me into looking into the Sengoku period in Japan. So yeah, there's actually quite a lot of in-depth story and all that behind the Battle of Hu Lao Gate and what happened, how Dong Zhuo took the throne for himself, blah blah blah. They formed a coalition which consisted of Yuan Zhao. Which is Yuan Zhao's forces of the. I think that he was based northeast of China, along with Wei, Wu, and Shu as well. Although I don't think they were established as a place of Shu at the time. I don't know if they were. I haven't really looked into that actually too much. But yeah, this is actually an amazing game. I actually really do love this game. If you can notice, I'm actually really rushing this because this was actually my third attempt because I had it on a stupidly high difficulty, and it made it really like hard because it was on a stupidly high difficulty before. I then lowered the difficulty to replay it, but I still wanted to get the game this match done as quick as possible because I wanted to record the whole game, the whole campaign in one day, which I did, and I'm now editing like this one for now. And yeah, anyway, more into the history of this battle. Well, Hu Lao Gate, obviously, people you got to watch out for. Lu Bu. It's actually really gutting, actually, how Lu Bu goes. He doesn't actually die. Actually, during the siege, he actually kills Dong Zhuo. I think in his sleep or something. Kills Dong Zhuo, his adopted father, and then kills, and then actually runs off to Xiaopi and takes that land from Liu Bei, and which then Liu Bei and Zhao form a coalition to take down Liu Bu and get the area back for Liu Bei. And what happened was actually Liu Bu was captured, and then he was offered to join Wei's forces, and he refused and was executed. So yeah, if any of you are wondering how Liu Bu died, that is actually how he died, and it's how it's written in history, and that he was executed by Zhao. Along with Zhang Liao was also offered to join Wei, and if you guys ever played the game, you know that he did join Wei. In fact, it's actually glitch in number 3. Or I don't know if you can do it in this one as well, where you can actually do the Battle of Hu Lao Gate as Zhang Liao, but on Wei's side, which is kind of weird. I don't know if that's any of the ones, but that's what happened with Dynasty 3 when you chose Zhang Liao. If you chose him, then it would be like, okay, right. First battle. Oh yeah, he was in Hu Lao Gate. Okay, let's put on the Wei side. No, he was Lu Bu's right-hand man, and he actually was. Although Lu Bu was more of like an evil person, but I do. Oh man, I do love this game a lot. It's so good. I mean, all the cinematics and the graphics are amazing. Although it's 720p, I think, because my PVR can actually detect it for me. So yeah, this actually will take less to render because I will render it in the actual quality it should be. Apart from that, yeah. Actually, wait a minute. I don't know about you guys, but this is probably the game that got me into rock music. I mean, this game, I actually loved the music in this game, because the music in the game actually allowed you to do. Oh no, it didn't really allow you to do anything. It just made you sound even more awesome when you were fighting. Although I have noticed a thing where they make the generals they seem to be bigger in general than the normal soldiers, which is pretty weird. But yeah, you can't change things. I personally prefer Dynasty Warriors 3 because, well, the fights are a lot harder to do. Although the fights probably were twice as long, easily. Because I can sometimes go through some of these levels. If I literally just grab a horse and go, I can probably just race through. You can probably do that actually once you're quite far through. Quite through the third one as well, but this one so you can do straight away. Well, number 8's coming out soon, so I thought I should get this game out and at least complete 1 or 2 campaigns on this game before number 8 comes out, so then I'll do that on that game as well, because I do love Dynasty Warriors, and plus because to play the new game, we've actually got a new co-op mode for the story, which looks amazing. And yeah, you're probably wondering why I didn't do a live recording of this game, based on the fact, or I would have done it, but parents just came back from holiday. I was too tired to actually be loud or anything because I woke up really late and it made me even tired for some reason. Although I think they brought it in. Yeah, they did. We brought dueling into play in the Dynasty Warriors from the 4th one, in which you get challenged to a duel from the general, and then you get put into a separate actual area, not the soldiers surrounding you. You get put into a separate area, and then once you're in a separate area, you then fight and then see who wins and blah 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 and whatnot. And obviously none of you die, and then if none of you die, then you just carry on the fight after. But actually, the good thing that they've implemented into this game, they've actually brought in, like, they brought into the sieging idea of, because this actually was a siege, and it was I think judging quite a long battle as well. Obviously, it wasn't over in one day. Somehow, obviously, not how war goes in real life, not in, like, compared to Dynasty Warriors. But there was actually a siege, and then they actually managed to put in the idea of catapults and ladders and ballistas defending and rams, you know, that generally that stuff in general was amazing. That should have let me through though. That was like, oh come on. But yeah, the main reason I take this base actually is so that I could usually go on ahead, but this is so Zhao and his forces move up into that base, because that's what they do. And this just puts them in there straight away, because if they're not safely in the castle, when we do break into the castle and Lu Bu's there, he actually tries to get in there, and you need to kind of let him go towards there to start breaking, and then you go to Zhao, because Zhao calls for Lu Bu's help, and you want as much time as possible between you and Lu Bu, because when you're when you're only just starting, you're level 1, it is generally a lot harder for you, because, well, Lu Bu is, everyone knows this, Lu Bu is an absolute tank. It is incredibly hard to beat him, and with his new weapons, it had the same weapon for all of the games apart from this one onwards. He actually had a pike, similar to Zhang Liao's original weapon, which was also that, but then they changed it to this rotary blade, which gave him endless combos, which made him even harder to fight, because he just constantly hit you, and it's really hard to block. But now that they added the rolling system, it makes it slightly easier to dodge attacks, but on the same time, it's also hard to fight him because he's just too strong. But luckily, it's not like a game. I did that, defeat the defense captain, because that defense captain would have actually killed the guy carrying the ladder. and that would have stopped me from being able to climb up. So you also protect the guy, and then look, you get to take all these blisters down, which will then help you take over the fort, or Hulao Gate anyway, which is quite a good bright side really. But yeah, I got hit by the blister, and I just laid there for some reason. But obviously, if you can already tell, if you like watch later on in the game, you'll see like the huge increase in my health, because once you start playing the full game, like once you start like fully playing it and you start leveling up, your health just generally like doubles or triples in size, quite far actually, to the point where it takes up quite a bit of the screen, which is actually what I've got at the moment. But I don't know what campaign to do next. I don't know whether to do a Wu campaign, a Wei campaign, or a Shu campaign, or even an other campaign where you get to be Lu Bu. You know, stuff like that is generally hard to tell. Zhao Yun's campaign could be more in depth in my opinion, because originally he actually was originally fought by Yuan Shao's side, and he then joined Gong Sun Zan, in which then after this battle he then leaves Gong Sun Zan to join Liu Bei, which is what they could have done. They actually did that at number 5. They actually went into more detail about Zhao Yun's story and actually put that in. So maybe they put that in number 8. They might have. They've actually added the co-op system, so they might actually add a bit more. So it comes in handy, really.
What is happening?
Oh, that is so badass.
Look at that. It's Lu Bu.
It's Lu Bu. Man, if you watch me play Dynasty Warriors 3, I mean, I can mimic everything they say in these battles. I mean, I play so much. Plus, I don't know about you guys, but I'm insanely good at tapping like buttons and everything. So when it comes to game of Dynasty Warriors, where you have to, and then I realized, yeah, they're up there. I realized, oh crap, Lu Bu. So I was like, I actually used one of his main moves to get away, and then had to use his I was not very lucky there, I bumped into Lu Bu, but luckily I found I actually had a totem, which actually helped me quite a lot. And this turns you very badass, really. And then soon Lu Bu gets pretty tired of chasing after me, so he then goes, oh, do you know what, screw it, and then goes off to somewhere else, which I don't know the clue. Oh no, he goes up to fight Yuan Shao because no one actually has the nerve to fight him. And then later on, obviously, in a minute, you'll see that he realises he should probably be protecting Dong Zhuo because we're actually about to win the battle. Soon, I don't know, depending whose campaign I do, I'm actually about to do more of a history side on the Yellow Turban Rebellion, because actually when I was really into history back in when I was in year 9, which was like 4 years ago, or 4 or 3 years ago, and I actually did a presentation on Chinese history and focused on the Three Kingdoms period. Not many people, some people will be surprised. People are interested in it because the sheer numbers that you actually bring out, because they don't realise the sheer size of Chinese history. Especially in the Three Kingdoms period, was a very experienced time, and this is actually based off a book, this game, for the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. So yeah, this is actually generally a really good game, and in a minute the cutscene's going to start, so everyone, thank you for watching this Dynasty Warriors 6 gameplay on Hulao Gate, and tune in next time for Battle of Chang'an. Thanks guys, peace.
Well fought, my friends. We have achieved victory.
I wield my spear in the name of justice. What do you say about it all now, Yuan Shao? It was my White Riders the enemy feared most. It was the White Rider. Zhao Yun, you fought almost as well as I did out there. I want you around. You've got a big future with me. Right. I'll be due some honors for this fight, that's for certain. This country needs more men like me.
Let us defeat that traitor Dong Zhuo and bring peace back to our land.
Master Gong Sun Zan, Physical strength will not bring back peace to our land. It is something else. Lord, forgive me. I seek something greater than strength. I find that I must leave your side for a time.
What? Where are you going, Zhao Yun?
To search for what I seek. I ask that you forgive my breach of duty. And I know where to start. Liu Bei, there is more to that man than meets the eye.